keep watching all these videos about Klaus Schwab talking about how the World Health Organization is dictating what Americans are going to do. They were just talking about Los Angeles, how it's the heaviest traffic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He was talking about eliminating that, private car ownership, and making it so you're mandated to take their transportation systems, which are electric or whatever. They could shut them down with kill switches. Imagine that. Klaus Schwab, World Health Organization, UN, NATO, and all these other Freemasons, Illuminati, and all the other satanic pedophile cults that are out there, Catholic Church, all of, who are you to dictate how Americans live or what we drive? Who are you to dictate anything to us? See, this is what I like about what Trump did. He pulled us out of the climate accord, pulled us out of the World Health Organization, he pulled us out of the UN, he pulled us out of all these different things, and I hope he keeps pulling us out of, separates all this crap away from us. Stops paying these organizations and stops paying these countries to tell us how to live. I hope he does away with the toll booths or the toll roads that are owned by foreign countries. Think about that. When you pay tolls on those toll roads, you're not paying to us, the American people. No, you're paying to like Netherlands and Switzerland and God knows who else owns those toll roads. Supposedly owns those toll roads when foreign governments should never own property in this country. Look at China. What is it, 320,000 acres around our military bases? And then China is trying to say that we have to do what they tell, whatever. No. See, this is America. We shouldn't have to listen to any other foreign country, period. We have constitutional rights and freedom. It's we the people, not we France, we the government of France, we the World Health Organization, or we whatever. No, it's we the people. You and me. See, this is where our government has taken our sovereignty as being an American and a constitutional republic and sold it to the highest bidder. So, actuality, you're hearing all these people saying, well, we know what's good for you, because they're walking around in that fancy outfit. And if you zoom in on those patches that Klaus Schwab has, start doing researches on those pouches. Those patches that he has. That'll tell you what they believe they can do. They think they're gods. They think they're untouchable. See, it's funny when I hear people in America refer to themselves as kings and gods. They are not gods and they are not kings, or and I'm going to say it, black people that refer to them as the alphas of the world, the beginning of the world. They say the black people started the world. They started every organization or every culture, whatever. They started everything. Not necessarily. Wow. And then you hear that have the Israelites, the black Israelites, whatever. They're out there trying to say that we, the white people, are nothing, and we're just mutants, and we should go away. But yet they're trying to use the Bible to justify it. We can't, but they don't look at all the verses. No, they only cherry pick the ones they want. The one they really overlook, and you talk to them about it, it says, for God so loved the world, he gave his only son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish. It doesn't say just the black people. No, there ain't no culture or race in that. It says the world. See, God created us all. These Democrats, these liberals, these black liberals, white liberals, all these people, all of them have the same thing in common. The Jews, everybody. They worship Lucifer. They don't worship God. They use the Bible to justify what they do sometimes. Oh, well, God said. No, he didn't. Why don't you go read the Bible and show me the verse where it says only black people will get in heaven? I've heard that before from black people. I've heard the World Health Organization saying that we have the right to eliminate 2/3 of the population, and we have the right to commit genocide, and you can't question us for doing it. How dare you question us? And all these other families that hide in the shadows that are actually above these people, we know who you are. See, we don't work for you. We're tired of y'all trying to tell us that we're going to drive electric cars or we're going to get a microchip in our head or in our hands or... No, we're not doing that. We're going to go to crypto, which is not tangible money. No, I'm not doing crypto. I'm not ever touching crypto. I did it once and lost, $4 or $5. I put $4 or $5 in it, lost it all. Said screw it before it got too far in debt. No. It's like the stock market. I would never invest in the stock market. Did that once too. No. I ain't doing it. I don't want something that's going to be so volatile that you don't know if it's going to be up or down anymore. Also, I don't want to invest in companies and corporations that are owned by BlackRock or ShipHouse or whatever, Vanguard or whatever, or by the organizations that are World Health Organizations, and you got these people walking around with $600,000 watches on. And they're sitting there trying to tell you how to live. They're behind a gated community, driving these cars that if they want to abandon them in Dubai, they do. They leave them in Dubai abandoned. How many abandoned Lamborghinis and Ferraris and other cars are taken to Dubai? Our classic cars, American classic cars, are in Dubai and they're abandoned. Here you go. The rich go over there. Qatar. Look at Qatar. Look at all those guys walking around with gold on. And they're all India and everywhere else where they walk around with so much gold on them that they get so much weight that they look ridiculous. Who are you to dictate who we are or who we want to be as Americans or what we want to drive, what we want to say, what we want to do, how we want to raise our food, what chemicals we want to put in our food? We don't want no chemicals in our food. We don't want all that poison. We don't want the pharmaceutical poisons that are made from petroleum. We don't want law enforcement being used for political purposes or to cover up for these corporations. We don't want corporations paying our law enforcement to protect them, which they do. Yeah. You realize the only reason marijuana is a Schedule 1 drug is because the pharmaceutical industry has deemed it a Schedule 1 drug to make it illegal so they can control it. It's like with all actual natural herbs and medicines. They have made it so the pharmaceutical industry is the only medicine you can practice. All the other natural medicines are supposed to be illegal. Wow. Imagine that. Look who owns all those pharmaceuticals. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and Bloombergs, Bilderbergs. Everybody else. Oh, wait. People are going to call me a conspiracy theorist. No, it's all true. Because our government has been, for far too long, has been owned by the Illuminati and the Skull and Bones and the Freemasons and everybody else. If you're a part of the Freemasons, you're a part of the problem. And tell me you're not, and I'll be telling you you're lying. Because your Freemasons are pedophile cults. Your Freemasons are tied into the Catholic Pope, which is a pedophile. It's tied into the Bushes and everybody else. That Epstein Island and P. Diddy and everybody else. It's all tied together. It's all tied together. They all worship one God. And it's not the real God, the one God that's in charge. No, it's the God down there that's under your feet. See, I'm glad we're pulling out of NATO and everything else. I'm glad we're starting to take America back and saying this is a republic. It's not a democracy. I'm glad we're seeing Trump doing everything he's doing. I'm glad Robert Kennedy got his position. I'm glad all these other people are getting their positions where they need to be to take down the swamp. See, the swamp ain't just in Washington, D.C. The swamp extends all over the world. If we take down the swamp, we got to go around the world and take it down. Because if you only take it down in Washington, D.C., that means they're still going to be operating in England and UK and Germany and everywhere else. And Iran and Pakistan and everywhere else. See, when Muslims confront me, I ask them, I say, who is Muhammad? It's actually funny. They don't actually want to accept the truth about who Muhammad was. Muhammad was a pedophile with a sexually transmitted disease. Do your research on that. Do your research on what miracles he supposedly done. Split the moon? Is the moon split? Yeah. It's awful funny how you can use illusions to make things look like you're doing a miracle. Anybody can make it look like they do a miracle. We seen the Masked Magician way back when they had that TV show. He was showing how the magicians are doing what they're doing. He was showing exactly what was going on. It's all an illusion. It's all a trick of the mind. It's flight of hands. One of Muhammad's miracles was he put water out of his fingertip. How many of you actually believe that? Not me. Yeah. When Moses brought water from a rock, you're saying Muhammad brought water from his fingertip? Yeah. See, too many people are willing to switch their religion to a religion that has done nothing but kill and destroy and decimate the societies. For thousands of years, that's the only thing they've ever done. They're warmongering. That same thing with the Freemasons and the Knights Templar and everybody else that's run and operated in the idea of the church, the Catholic Church. They've done the same thing. See, the Crusades was run by the church, the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church is the Roman Catholics. Roman Catholics. Yeah. See, for far too long, people have been allowing our government to be run and operated by these underground societies and these underground groups, and now we're starting to see a shift where we're kicking them out of America and saying enough's enough. It's time for you to know who is operating your local government. It's time for you to understand your local government. Time for you to wake up and say, well, maybe I need to go look at that budget for this year for our town. Maybe I need to go look in, do Freedom of Information Act and actually start seeing who's getting paid what and how everything operates in our town. And if you're a financial guru and you can know numbers well, run the numbers and see if there's money missing. See who's getting paid under the table when shouldn't be paid. See what kind of backdoor deals are being kicked. There you go. For those contracts for building whatever in your town. You'll be amazed at what you might find. Check those police officers, see how many times they've been in trouble. Do the reports on those police officers, the chief, the sheriff, the mayor himself. Start doing those reports. Start checking. Freedom of Information Act, public records. It's all there. And if they deny it, well, you actually can file a lawsuit because they're violating the law if they deny it. It's time that we start telling people like the WHO, Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates and all these others, far too many of them to count, that are trying to tell American people how to live, that we must take the, or we must put vaccines in our food, put the stuff in our food, or they're trying to force it on us. Why? So they can destroy our immune system? There was an interesting study I saw. They had the little slides of blood, and they did each of the vaccines. It was funny. The one pure blood, you look at it, okay, cool, blood. There it is. It looks like blood. But every time they did the other ones, it would destroy. It got down to the last one, and it was just gone. Just ate up. It goes to show that these things are not very good for you. They're destroying you. They're destroying your liver. They're destroying your kidneys. They're destroying your body with these poisons that are made from petroleum, or they're made from artificial means. And they got nanobots in them and all this other stuff. So you're being forced to take the wheel of the devil without you even knowing it. You're being brainwashed by the media and the music and the movies and the games and everything else. The Romans said it right. You give them games and they won't protest, and they'll be entertained, and they don't even know that they're being taken advantage of because they're so focused on the games. You're being taken advantage of by these everything. If you're paying attention, you're going to start seeing the truth come out. They're putting out so many lies out there that a lot of people don't understand what they're looking at. They don't understand the truth. You put the truth in front of them, and they deny the truth. Yeah. They're going to live in their ignorance. You know the old saying, ignorance must be bliss. Well, it doesn't affect me. I don't know what you're talking about. No. Yeah. Keep hiding your head in the sand, and, well, you'll probably get buried in the sand eventually. Remember, in the Bible it says people build their house on the rock, not on the sand. Knowledge is power. I always say it. Knowledge is power. Being educated and being smart and opening your eyes about what's actually going on. These World Health Organization people, TED Talks. Go out there and watch some of those videos of TED Talks. You'll be shocked what they say at TED Talks. All these things about the robots and all this other stuff, and how Elon Musk wants to put a robot in every household. Why? For surveillance? No, I don't want the robots. I don't even want the robot that vacuums in my house. I don't want Alexa. I don't want any of the others. Get educated, man. We're in a battle. We're in a battle for our own survival. These people in these groups and these organizations and secret societies and the deep state and everybody else, the secret governments around the world, they think that they run the world. They think that they own the world. We're in a battle for our freedom, for our very lives. We're in a battle for America. If you don't wake up to that, I guess you're going to get left behind. Or you can get a stone in a 6-foot hole. Y'all have a good day. God bless.